Hey everybody, welcome to the third van life video. In this video, we basically just dig into the Ford Transit van, and these are real prices from real spots and real miles. This is just what I took off of, it looks like Carfax was the source, but you'll see. This is about to all disappear, and we're going to go through how we built it and basically the analysis and thought process behind like what makes sense to buy at different price points. If you're not on an unlimited budget, right? If you are on an unlimited budget, you'd probably just buy the new one. But yeah, it's a very slow thing. It was originally a stream. I'm just changing the intro because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I hope you enjoy the video. And then we'll probably be doing just some Excel to help us think through things and see things. These numbers are kind of interesting. These are in United States dollars. Numbers in US dollars. So this was what an AI said, like the internet AI, the browser AI, said the different costs would be for an engine replacement. And my understanding of it is like apparently the ProMaster is the least expensive. This is sort of the mid, and then the Sprinter is the most expensive. I don't know. That's just what I vibed. And so yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting when you think about like, right, if you want to get an inexpensive van, let's say, what are they called? The tall ones? I'm going to start with the Transit because I think this is the most interesting van. Tall Transit. Well, it's the most interesting to me for tall, what's it called? Transit, Ford Transit van. Because there's three different heights, right? And okay, that's Ford. We'll go to Ford, and then we'll go use tall Ford Transit. Why is this like this? This is goofy. This is like this because because I haven't been doing that. I haven't been streaming for a little bit. We're waiting on there's another project that I've been doing that I've been waiting on something that is showing up super late. So let's see. Extended long high roof. Interesting. Oh, do we go to Carfax? I guess we can just do that. Okay. Let's it's an interesting or annoying thing. Sorry, I'm just trying to like find something that doesn't like. There's different sites and they're gonna show different prices. Let's do price low to high. Sorry, I'm kind of rusty. Bear with me here. It's gonna take me a minute to get warm up. Okay, so use 415. Here we go. Right, so this is $8,000. Right, this is. And just look at the way a van is sold. Like, the first thing it says, the thing that everyone wants to know is the miles. And what is this miles on? Is miles on the van? Probably, yeah. But, like, really, isn't it miles on the engine? Like, the engine's the most expensive thing to repair. Is it miles on the chassis? Like, what? How many miles does it take for a chassis to break? Or what have you? So this is why we've done this right here. And so we're trying to figure out, right, like what's the value buy, right? Like if you're testing van life, this is the question. What is the best starter van for van life? And then questions within this are like, what's a value buy? What makes something resellable? These are questions sort of after this. They're sort of under this one. Being a nit about this. And so if we can get one for 7,000 or 8 grand instead of what, 30 grand or 20 grand or 40 grand, all these much higher prices. It's funny too, I priced low to high and I had to scroll all the way down to get this the 7 grand one. So let's open this one up. Where is it? Is that MA Massachusetts? We already opened it up. Like, right, we're not going to have some amenities. Let's see. I kind of want to do a year analysis. Rename year analysis. And the questions here I have it, at what year does it get, I don't know. Let's do lane assist. At what year does it get cruise control? These are sort of basic driving things. Are there any significant lifestyle improvements to the later years, right? We're sort of helping, oh, okay. I was just checking chat to make sure no one has chimed in. So, yeah, so we're, right, so if we're doing year analysis, I just wanted to start that there because I know that's going to be a thing. And then, where were we? Let's see. Right, so we have this van. Let's do vans. Here, we'll put this here. And this one's what, 7,800? And we'll do, where do we want miles? Miles, source. Still getting used to this LibreOffice software, this LibreOffice Calc. And for 7,800, we'll do, what is this? Did it say 288,000? Is that right? I want the like number thing. Where's the number? That's fine. Move the decimals. All right, let's see. 257. We'll do 258. We'll round up. I think we're rounding up. I'm not going to go more than that. Okay, so 258,000 miles. And like, all right, so sure. So at some point, we might have an engine replacement, right? But like if an engine replacement is, we're doing the E-Transit. Let's say it's the high end. Let's say it's 9 grand. I don't even know. Let's say engine replacement gas. If an engine replacement is 9 grand, then like, I don't know. What do we want to do here? Do we want to do total cost, I guess? I don't know. This is messy, right? I'm not editing this right now. I'm just getting stuff on paper and trying to explain thought processes behind decisions, potential decisions, right? So, okay, so the total cost is still and I think it's still way less than this $32,000 van. That's probably what? Let's look at this. This was from another stream, I'm sure. Pretty confident. The other two. I should have put it in the stream will likely, yeah, whatever, it's in there. Okay. Sorry, this vehicle has been sold. Oh, rats. Anyway, okay. That was likely a much lower one. So, sorry, I'm just making notes. We want to look at history. Looked at September-ish 2025. This was sold October. Sometime before the end of October 2025. Yeah, we wanna write that down. That's for later. We will probably get to that. Okay, let's look at another one that is just more money. Let's look at another. Well, this is 100,000 miles, right? Let's look at one that's like. Well, we have the brand new price. We can do the brand new price, right? Starting at a 2025. That's. Why is this? Whatever. Okay, starting at 2025. All right. I want these all the way over here. I want to be able to see both these at the same time, so... let's do this, okay. This is a new one. We're gonna look at the new one. New one's 56 grand. And the miles, we're gonna put 0. Total cost, 56,000 before tax. 56,400 before tax. Before tax. And so we'll do note. We're gonna need before tax. We're gonna use these. I'm sure we'll use these numbers for other stuff. We can't have other things in the cell. Okay, so percentage of cost of new van. And here we have, I don't know, what is this, like, less than 30%, right? Yeah, 29%. So, but yeah, it's 1/3, right? Or it's 29%, which is 3/10. It's 1.5 fifths. So this is significant savings, right? Even if we get a used van and the engine dies, right? And you say, oh, there's more upkeep prices, and sure, that's true. But the money that could be spent here, right? The other 70% here could have been invested. And let's say, you know, I don't know. If it's invested, the point is that the investments will more than make up for the other stuff, right? It's sort of, well, maybe not, but I'd have to do that analysis. But I guess, yeah, that'd be good analysis too. We probably will do that at some point. But that is just sort of talking about, that's just sort of figuring out, like, okay, what is the best, what's the value buy here? So I'm going to do one more. Let's do... This is interesting. It's interesting that there's... Okay, so this is a 2023. Let's get the year in here. The year, I think... I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how significant year is. Because... it does affect things over time. Like parts availability and whatnot. But I don't know how much it affects that. So this is 2025. And then this one, we don't know what that one was. Unknown. And then this one is a 2015. 2015. And then let's look at a 2020. We'll just look at the site ranks them based on great value. I think that's kind of interesting. I think so. We'll just look at some of the first options. Maybe we'll look at this $24,000 one because this is like, I mean, look at this. Just look at this one. It's 24 grand they're asking. This one they're asking 22 grand, and the mileage difference is like over 100,000 miles. This one's a year newer, but like how much can really be improved in a year? So we're gonna look at this one. We're gonna look at the better one, the one that seems better at first glance. And maybe there's some huge difference between 2022 and 2023, but I doubt it. Put it in chat if you know. So okay, so we'll look at this one and copy 2023 looked at October 29, 2025. Maybe I'm getting too detailed. It's I only know by doing it, by being like, okay, that's ridiculous. I'm getting in there too much. Anyway. So this is engine replacement. We'll just do I kind of want to do like other expensive parts replacement because as we get to the newer vans, right, like there's more electronics and stuff like that. But I don't know. I think the engine's still the main thing, right? Like, does that van go from A to B? Is it like basically functional? That's mostly what we care about here. How much of a hassle it is it? This one is 2478. Why did I think that was more digits? 24748. 24748. Okay. Let's make these. And then we'll do miles 97554. So my guess is that this is like, before I even look at the seller, I'm gonna assume that this is some corporation or company, right? There's like some weird thing where as soon as like things go over 100,000 miles, they depreciate a lot, or I don't know, it's something. So like, this is sort of an interesting benchmark to do. Personal use, Carfax one owner, owned in North Carolina. Yeah, it's not going to tell us, I guess. It's okay. Dealer details that we call from the dealer. Yeah, so we call the dealer. Maybe we'll do that at some point. It's good to call and just, you know, calling is great. Okay. What are we doing here? We're doing total cost. That's fine. We'll just do percentage of total for this one as well. Divide by 0. Let's assume, look, we're just going to put in, some, oh no, I guess we can just do that, right? Yeah. And then why is that still? Because we want to change this formula to, we put the dollar signs and it'll make it so that like every time we move this formula down, it will always use that cell for that. If that doesn't make sense to you, you're just gonna have to look up how to use spreadsheets or Excel. Or ask. That's fine too. Okay, so 43%. So that's 43% of the total. And I kind of want to put I want to put different numbers in these engine replacement areas because everything will have to have an engine replacement eventually. That feels kind of silly. That's my inclination. I'm considering doing that right now. I'm not sure if I want to. Okay, let's see. So, okay, so let's talk about opportunity cost, I guess. This is sort of like, I don't know. This is really relevant. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about the opportunity cost between these two, right? Let's just assume that the new one is always a bad deal. And here's how we can assume that, right? This one has been driven for 2764. So literally, if you want to add the cost of an oil change, then like how much really bad can happen with this many miles? Like maybe if it's been messed up or something, but like let's assume that this was just like, how can you even mess up the condition? Do you even need to pop the hood with this many miles on a van? So like you're already getting for used 2024, like the Carfax value is 49,000. This is saying 45. So starting at 56,000, like what does this start at? It probably starts at like 54,000, right? Like, so 2024, like how much difference? I don't know. It probably starts at, so like this is, I totally just lost my train of thought. Okay, I'm going to get there. Let's see. If you would never, right, you would never buy new because this is already, do I even want to keep this? I think I'm going to delete this. Yeah, because we don't have any data on it. It's not like it's useful. And then that will make space for this one, which is the 2024. And the point here is just like, this is going to be a discount that makes it so it's like buying new is kind of always silly unless money is of no object whatsoever. Unless you're like some normal service. But if you're just like trying to do the thing, which is like van life, if you're like, and that for most things that we do on this channel, these channels, like we're just trying to do the thing as simply as possible. Buying new stuff is almost never, unless it's like, I mean, I guess it depends on the thing, but like buying new stuff most of the time is a waste of, it's not the best use of capital. So, let's see here. Yeah. And to demonstrate that, oh man, it's really just not, all right, how are we gonna do this? Like, it's funny just how, yes, I don't know what that's saying, but yes, we'll do that, that's fine. Let's see. Why did this not work? Because total cost is not in there yet. Okay. So you're getting a 20% discount, and then we'll move this. Is this gonna work? Where you're getting a 20% discount on, we should just conditional format this because conditional formatting is helpful. Let's do that. Let's conditionally format these numbers right here. Format, conditional, color scale, condition, color scale. And we'll do the min is green, right? Because this is more money for us. And we'll do, I wish I should have dark green. What's this? Dark green 2. I'll do dark green 3, and we'll do dark red 3. Okay, cool. Cool. So we can see, right, this one saves us the most money, right? Assuming the engine replacement happens right away. And that's the only, like, if life is this simple. And so, what's the opportunity cost? Let's talk about I really want to keep this to be a real world example. So I'm just thinking about how I want to do it. And I think so even if the other one, let's say the engine replacement is the same on a 2023 as a 2024. Yeah. I'm going to switch these. It's going to make it easier for our brains. In a second. Because then they're organized by year. I guess I could just, like, do that table thing. The thing always tweaks me out in this app, though. I don't know why. Maybe in most apps. Maybe it's the only app I do it in. Okay, so if we assume an engine replacement, let's just use the AI. How much? This is not going to give a good answer. Engine replacement for a 2023 Ford Transit van. Yeah. Labor cost 2,100. What is this? When combined parts and labor, the total cost of replacement engine, including reconditioning unit. The reason I think it's bad is because, like, how many of these vans at 2023 are going to have had engine replacements? Let's look at carcoasting.com. Car cash buyers. Yeah, I don't know. I also want to know how long it makes, like, how long they make engines for. That's a relevant question, right? Year analysis. How long right? Because let's say if you want to put the original engine in it, is this even an option? Or are you going to have to do, all of a sudden you have this sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Frankenstein type build that's then more hassle and, assuming you do everything. How long does Ford, etc., make engines for after they complete a vehicle? This is terribly worded. This is a sign that I'm not not at my brightest right now. Okay, so even if we assumed that this engine, the engine replacement for 2023, reconditioned, that's fine. Let's stick with reconditioned. Let's just say this is 6,000. And then how much is that? And we're just gonna switch the number here. We'll do 2044. Let's see what it gives us. We don't know if these are good numbers. These are euros. 7,000 to 9,000. We'll do the high number. No, we'll do mid 8,000. And then 2025 is just no engine replacement. This is so funny. I don't think this is good actually, but yeah, whatever. It's fine. That's fine. Okay, so the point is that, like, if you replace the engine at 97,000 miles, what was the miles on this one? It's the 2024. We'll do 2764. The point is that this is still the total cost. It's still $23,000 cheaper. So let's do this. We'll just do it with $23,000, and this one's $15,000. But this is the greatest distance, right? Of our four examples, this is $23,000 difference, and this is like, I don't know, $15,000 difference or whatever. This is only $3,000 difference. So if the greatest distance is between 2,000 and 97,000 miles, the greatest depreciation, if we will, let us do the opportunity cost. And we will do this minus this. I want it the other way around. That's not going to be good. I'll do this minus that. 22 grand. The opportunity cost is 22 grand. So let's say that 22 grand just immediately... No, let's pull it down here. We're gonna have fun with this. Let's say that we want to make our 2023 van more like a 2024 van with 2,000 miles, right? So we get like service. We'll do, I don't know what we're gonna write here. Oil change. No. Okay, well, we could do, I don't know what we're gonna do. Let's do oil change. Oil change. How much are oil changes on vans? I have no idea. I'm gonna say it's really high. I'm gonna say it's $150. Maybe it's higher or lower, depends on who you go to. It depends on assumptions here. But, you know, if you have strong opinions, share them. And we'll do new tires. Let's say that costs $1,000 to buy good new tires. Good new tires and get them put on. And we'll say, what else? What else could we just immediately upgrade in our van? What does Ford advertise for the 2025? Hinged rear door. I wish it had like the 2024 right next to it. It'd be great. You can see the difference. It doesn't really advertise, like nothing to me. I don't know, maybe, you know. Whatever. Okay, so I don't know. Whatever. So total saved. What do I want to use here? Total saved after upgrades. This could be better, I guess, but whatever. And then we'll do this minus sum of those. Close the parentheses, and I'm just gonna assume that that's right. Yeah, that looks right-ish. I'm not doing hard math right now, but okay. So you still have 21 grand. So what do you do with your 21 grand that you saved? Let's say you just put it in the market, right? Put 21 grand into the stock market. Let's assume after inflation. Sure, we can just stick with the AI. How much does historically has the United States stock market gone up per year? This is kind of a weird way to type it, but over the past 150 years, the average annual return has been 8.6% when considering annualized returns. The U.S. stock market has grown at an average rate of 7.1%, accounting for inflation and including dividends. Okay, sure. Let's do that. We're just going to stick with 7.1%. 7.1%! And we'll do after inflation, 7.1% after inflation. After inflation. Right, let's check this source real quick, make sure it's not too crazy, but that sounds about right to me. Just based on advisory visual capital, historical U.S. stock market returns. After inflation, apparently 150 years or so. U.S. stock market returns after inflations. Apparently 150 years or so of data. Let's say that's right. Okay. So, all right. So all of a sudden you're getting 7% on this, and that's after inflation. So that means, like, for this purpose, inflation kind of doesn't exist anymore, right? Because it's already subtracted out here. So what is our annual return? Is going to be, what should we have? C23 times C25. $1,500. This is $1,500 every year. Let's do it monthly. Monthly return. And we're not going to do this, you know, this is just assuming, where this is just divided by 12. This is simple monthly return. It's $125 a month. That's a lot of money. This is a lot of money. Like, this is a lot of money every year to compound if you're investing it or to spend on things. So the point is that with given all these assumptions that we've talked about, right? Like assuming there's not other major expenses or whatever, buying used matters, or like, well, not matters, but it's like often way more financially sensical. So to put this in perspective, the annual churn is $1,500, and just because I saw the price a little bit, I want to go back. No. We'll do this again. 2025 Transit van. Ford Transit van. There we go. 2025 tall Ford Transit van. I didn't even realize. Now that I think about it, like, I want to see the height on all these. I meant to look at that because the height actually matters a lot. I don't think it'll, like, this is not, height is not working. I want to see the body style. Where does it say the height? Low roof. Okay, we're going to see roof. Low roof, where's the 2024? Low roof, 2022. It's annoying. Medium roof, 2022. Why do I even have this 2022? 24,000? This is 2023. So where's it? Yeah, 2023 is supposed to be 2022. Okay. 24,000. Medium. We're going to put the roofs on here. This is really important. Roof. This is for comfort, right? Low. Where is the 2024? What's the roof? I wanted to look at the high ones. 2024 low. 2025. All right. I might go back to that. We'll see. Choose my Ford Transit van. Do medium roof. Nope, medium roof. Not room. I don't even know if it gave us that, like, thing. Look at this. It doesn't even give us a price anymore. Building price. No, I don't want to do any of this business. It's terrible. It said numbers before. Why? Like, I love numbers. Why is it? Watch, it's not going to work again. It doesn't work. Okay. Thankful we have the power of this. Medium roof, the starting price is 58. I guess we can just go to this. Maybe this is because this was the tall roof. Wait, what? I have the wrong link there. Okay, this is fine. We will be changing this though. Let's see. Is it just 49.8? I mean, that's fine. It doesn't make any sense though, because then this one that's already is like already less. It's oof. Oh, because that makes sense with a model. I mean, you know, this isn't a video about finding what doesn't make sense in the car market. I mean, it might be, but it's not intended to be. If you see things that don't make sense, well, let me know. Okay, so that's 2025, and we'll do medium. So that's medium. So 2025, yeah. So I do want to, let's say low roof. I just want to see, I'm assuming the higher the roof, the more expensive, but I could easily be wrong. I'm just assuming that because it's just more metal, and I would imagine it's that simple, but it might have something different. So, yeah, W model starting at 51,000, yeah. Okay, so that's low, and then let's do high. And yeah, it starts at 55,000. Okay, so that makes sense. It's barely higher. Wow. I mean, that's like 55.95. That's like $295 higher. Is that right? Yeah, wow. Okay. So, maybe roof size doesn't really matter. What was my point? We were going to look at the 2025 one. I don't remember my point. All right, let's get out of this. And let us move on. But yeah, we can see that my point was just that this is like when you look at, if you consider buying this one, right? If we say that this is perhaps the best deal, let's say if you we'll do the assumption here. Assumption one can pay for any of these vans in cash, but does not have unlimited money and is price conscious. That's spelled wrong. Conscious always trips me up. Is price aware. We're just going to use a different word. Price sensitive. That's better. Price sensitive. So what did I want to do here? So we're going to say that this one represents the greatest difference. We'll conditionally format these two. We'll see how this goes. Yeah. Fine. That's so much brighter. I don't like it. I like this one. This is... yeah. Maybe the other one's better, but like, I care about my eyes, so. Nope, we want that the opposite. That doesn't really highlight it to me. Like, that doesn't really stand out, but we can delete this and we can put difference. We do this minus this. Drag that all the way down. And then we will do the same thing. We're just conditionally formatted. This is, the visuals will be helpful over time. And they're helpful in general, I think, but the min is red, the min is gonna be dark green, the maximum is gonna be dark red. No, we want a math. Now it's switched. Going crazy over here. Okay, so the minimum is gonna be, right? Greater differences we want highlighted in green. That makes sense. I'm going to change this formula to be... No, I just want these down. Can I move them down without changing the formula? Did that work? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that's... Okay, that's weird. We'll ignore that for now. The point is that this one is going to make it so that... I just want to highlight this row somehow to say that it's the greatest difference. The greatest difference in price between like a low, medium, high miles type thing. And so we get the maximum amount of return, potentially. All right, anything else to talk about here? I kind of want to look at the features real quick to just see if there's anything crazy. I wish that there was like a highlight of features because reading through these gives me a headache. How about this? What are the significant feature differences between a 2015 Ford Transit van and a 2025 Ford Transit van? Let's go the lowest here to the highest here. Touchscreen doesn't seem that significant. How is that? Someone tell me how a touchscreen is significant. What are the sources here? Edmunds, Car and Driver, Motor Trend, Zago. I don't know these things. This is the first thing it said too. The first thing it talks about is the engine, so we'll talk about that. Powered by a 3.7 liter. It featured basic 4-inch information display and lacked many of the advanced driver assist features now standard on a 2025 mile. I wonder what those driver assist features are. That's the most, what, I mean, to me that's the biggest lifestyle difference. What driver assist features are different between just what driver assist features does a 2025 Ford Transit van have? Let's figure it out. Automatic emergency braking, lane keeping assist, cruise control, automatic beams. Okay, we're gonna copy these. We're gonna say what year Ford Transit van has the following driver assist features. We just pasted. The 2020 model also introduced these features as standard, making a significant update to the vehicle's safety. Okay, so I'm just gonna put note. Apparently, most driver assist features got implemented in 2020. Okay, so this is significant, right? This sort of sticks with our assumption into... It sticks with our assumption that this model is still the best, right? Because this one, if it started in 2020, right, this one has the driver for this features, because it's 2022. This one does not. So for someone who's going to be driving a lot, maybe 2022 makes sense. If someone isn't driving a lot or doesn't care about those features or wants to get it some other way, then this bottom one might make more sense, right? Save yourself another 15 grand, put it into the market, and let's say we'll just do this final one to tie this up. Just give me a second here. Okay. So, we'll do. We're just doing this. We're taking this. We'll do this difference. And we'll add plus that. X. Let's see. By the 2022. By the 2015. And we'll do immediate costs. I don't know. I spelled immediate wrong. Let's do equals. I'm just gonna do the same thing as here. And we'll do total. Wow. Total saved. We'll do. And then we'll do. So this option. So this option, literally, it's the difference. It's $1,000. $1,000 a year, right? So you're paying $1,000 a year for driver assist. So the driver assist features. So I'm just gonna break it down into months. I like breaking things down into months. I think it's helpful for people. I don't know why. Yeah. $75 a month. For driver's assistant, I don't know. I mean, different miles. You're paying for different things, but all these costs help us break down, help us think about things. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to go over with this. Before signing off or going through anything else. I think driver assist is really the main thing. You know, like, what other technology is really going to make a difference? If you have ideas, put them in the comments. But and we'll get them. We'll get to them if I think they make sense. Yeah. What I'm trying to see if there's any. I just wanted to look at like what's popular right now. It's interesting. People are making a gamer camper van. This is like, what is this? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go through any of these right now. Maybe in future videos. Let me know what you want to see. Comments. Thanks for tuning in. See you in the next one. Hey everybody, welcome to the third van life video. In this video, we basically just dig into the Ford Transit van, and these are real prices from real spots and real miles. This is just what I took off of, it looks like Carfax was the source, but you'll see. This is about to all disappear, and we're going to go through how we built it and basically the analysis and thought process behind like what makes sense to buy at different price points. If you're not on an unlimited budget, right? If you are on an unlimited budget, you'd probably just buy the new one. But yeah, it's a very slow thing. It was originally a stream. I'm just changing the intro because I wasn't sure what I was going to do. So I hope you enjoy the video. Now we're going to get into it.